Oh yeah, that's gonna show. Look at the dark clouds over there. Oh, and the beautiful, gorgeous bike. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice shot. Hi guys, Nothing to Prove here. Today's a beautiful day because any day one can be out on a Ducati is a beautiful day. This is the Diavel V4. Say V4? Yeah. So when Ducati originally launched the Diavels in 2011, it's always gotten a V-twin. Now it's first year with the V4. This is the multi-strata V4, shaped just like I'm holding my hand here, except they're two like this and two like this. So they're going back and forth like that. Say, why did they do that? Ride it, you'll know why. I like it. It's much smoother, it's much tamer, it's much more controllable than the V-twin. And everybody would say, well, that's why I like the old Diablos. It's this uncontrollable shaking. That is the first thing you will notice when you turn this thing on. Where is that shaking? It's still there, just reduced. That's all. Not greatly reduced, just reduced. Also, they have, with this motor, rear cylinder deactivation. So try to save some fuel is basically what Ducati's doing. So in every gear below 4,000 RPMs, they will deactivate the rear cylinder, except first gear. So you need that pull, but then after first gear, it will deactivate it. So that's interesting. Could I feel it? I could feel it more than hear it. A lot of guys I've heard said, well, I can hear it. I couldn't. Well, my hearing's terrible. I'm too old. Maybe you younger guys can hear it, but I could kind of feel the vibration change. With 4 cylinders pulsing, it's smoother. With only the 2 front, it's a little more vibration. Interesting. What else is new besides that? The seat is 20 millimeters longer, and yeah, they have this tuck away grab rail here I have pulled out for you guys to see. Also, the handlebars are 20 millimeters back further. And what do you notice is missing the most when you first look at this bike? If you've looked at the previous years, what's missing here? Yeah, of course, the trellis frame. It's changed to the monocoque aluminum frame. Weight savings there, yeah, big time. Ducati say 8 kilos throughout the whole chassis, including the wheels are even lighter, almost a kilo lighter. And the motor, 5 kilos lighter, also with going from that 2 to a 4. So a total weight savings is a major change of 13 kilos. So those are some of the numbers. How does this look as far as the competition? First of all, we need to establish what is the competition. If the Yamaha VMAX were still made today, may it rest in peace due to emissions, but that bike was out for 35 years and then stopped in 2020. So that's a long time. But then what else is in production today? The closest thing, I would say, the Triumph Rocket is the closest bike to this. But that's a lot heavier if you look at the weight there. But price-wise, okay, we're in the ballpark there, except Ducatis, you can, for example, drop 5K on the race exhaust if you want. But now, yeah, you're at illegal decibel readings, I think 109 decibels, and the Akrapovic on there is just ungodly loud. This actually is not too bad. Now, how does this new powertrain feel on the street? Let's dry off the tires just a hair. Okay, let's dry them off. All right, now let's try it. Oh. Wow. That quick shifter is effortless. Nothing. Back down to 70. You can just bang through these gears up and down, on or off throttle, does not matter one bit whatsoever. This powertrain, whoa, together, loving it. I'm glad you turned this 1260 twin into the V4 1158, even though it got smaller, almost 100 cc smaller, no, more than 100 cc smaller. Oh, loving this powertrain, and it is so smooth above 4 grand. It's hilariously smooth. I am liking it over the V-twin, because the V-twin you always knew, you know, it just shook your fillings out. This is so much more smoother than that. Wow, I am amazed at how much more smooth this V4 is compared to the V-twin. Coming up to these fully adjustable, manually adjustable, 50 millimeter in diameter, 120 mils of travel on 330 discs. Wow, those things are huge. Of course, nothing but the best. Style Lima right there. And if we look back here, ZF Zax right there. And your 2-piston Brembo, because you see the pots are empty there, so the pistons are on the other side, floaters. But then look at this wheel. 240 mils. Look at that bad boy. That will limit your choice. Well, but you got Rosso 3s, which are pretty good tires, in my humble opinion. So I don't know if I'd want to change. They're decent. And this is a power cruiser. It's not a track day weapon. So I don't know if I would want to upgrade to that. You probably could stick stickier tires on there, but I don't know. I wouldn't. It's good enough for me. How does this chassis, this all-new monocoque aluminum frame, feel on the street? Oh, that front brake is awesome. Yeah. And the rear brake, oh yeah. Oh, there, locked it up a little bit there. Woo, okay. Yeah. I didn't know when that, but I was pushing kind of hard, and it's a little wet. So, yeah, okay. I got to be careful with these tires and wet. Not fun at all. Although it should be able to go a little faster than this. Come on. Yeah. So brakes, boom, boom. Yeah, Brembo style Limas. I cannot complain. Oh, I got to turn here. I was too busy having fun before, and I missed my last turn. And now I'm not gonna. Now I'm paying more attention. This bike is very, for lack of a better word, distracting. Yeah, that's the perfect word. Now, see, but the problem with this wet, not wet, there with the tree in the corner, it was wet. So if I was leaned over, I might have lost a little bit of traction there. That's why I'm taking this a little bit easy. But this chassis, loving this monocoque aluminum frame. It's not as flexible as the Trellis, the previous. I don't know. There's a pro and a con to that. The pro is, man, this thing's tight in a corner. There's no flexing. You don't feel anything. But then the con is the looks. Yeah, I like the Trellis frame better. The look, it just looked cool in my humble opinion. But now this is more serious and upright riding position, and these front forks, the 50 mil. And the Zax, ZF Zax on the rear, right out. Oh, this thing is gorgeous. I cannot complain about this chassis at all. 2 thumbs way up. Boom, boom. Look at this beautiful Gran Turismo motor there, coming back to the 4-pot exhaust. Oh, and the passenger foot pegs fold in and out. Love that. That is brilliant. Also the passenger grab bars. I have this in the out position. That just slides right up and in. There, you got to take the seat off, and then there's a little pull tab underneath there to do that. Look at how wide this seat is though. Man, that is nice and wide. You can get a lot of woman on the back of there. So it's 20 millimeters longer, and I don't know if it's any wider, but it seems wider. Very comfortable seat, in my humble opinion, at 790 mils off the ground. 20-liter tank. Now, with this bad boy filled up, it's 236 kilos. That's a lot of kilos. How does that feel for a power cruiser in a little village.
In town here, even in sport mode, okay, the on-off is a little abrupt. But yeah, I'm in sport mode. Which bike isn't abrupt in sport mode? Although, yeah, some of them, you might find some, but this is one of those bikes that are like, you want to go slow? Don't know if I want to accommodate that request. that's this, oh, get it under control there, buddy. That's what this bike is, yeah, like the speed limit is 30 and I'm struggling to stay down to 30. Especially in a little village, this thing just, and for 236 kilos, I don't feel it. It feels almost like a super naked. It's the weight is low, really low. See, it feels like I'm going ever so slow here, and the speed limit's 30, you know, and I'm doing 36, and I'm like, come on, when do we get rid of the speed limit? Oh wow, that is much more sedate. Oh, urban mode is so smooth, although it's only 115 PS, so but really, do you need more than that in a tiny little village where your speed limit is 50? No. Oh, this is so smooth. Wow, I'm surprised at how much difference urban mode is making. It's quieter too. Wow, they tamed the beast with urban mode, and I'm assuming with wet mode or rain mode too. Urban mode is awesome. So smooth, so refined. Everything that I was talking about before in touring or sport mode in town, urban is where it's at.
Nice backlit controls here. Here's where you can change your modes, your cruise control, standard controls. The mirrors do work, but not the greatest, but hey, it's a Ducati. 5-inch TFT, I did not have a problem with this. Part of the reason is it's behind or in front of the triple clamp, so it's a lot closer as you're riding. See, now I have the GoPro back about to where you can see it, and I can read everything, even with my terrible eyes. You can see what I have everything set at here. In touring mode, everything defaults to 333. So as far as a TFT that's 5-inch, it's a hit and miss with me. This one is a hit. I like it. Now, verdict. Yeah, would I buy this bike? If I won the lottery tomorrow, yeah, I would. But that's probably the only condition. That's what a lot of us guys would say. It's a great second, third, or fourth bike. I wouldn't keep it just one bike and this be the bike. No, this bike can't do a lot of things. A day joyride, great for. Weekend, overnight trips, you can load it up and pack it up and do some mileage on it, but you'd have to get a windscreen. This already does have cruise control though. Stick the Ducati bags on the side and let's go. Yeah, you could. Actually, you could. Overall, this competes with the Triumph Rocket, obviously. But that's a lot heavier than this. A good almost 100 kilos or 200 pounds heavier. So if weight's important, get this. If looks are important, I kind of like the Rocket looks a little better than this. Oh, it just shut off the ignition. I would take this for weight, because that heft of the Rocket is, quite frankly, it's heft, and I'm like, ugh. But this was fun, and this is more sporty than the Rocket. This thing will do a track day 10 times faster than a Rocket. Well, maybe not 10 times faster, but you guys get the point. All right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this review. As always, ride safe. That's most important. And number 2, ride like there's nothing to prove. Take care. Cheers.